Hello action figure fans, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This time I am reviewing the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Black Adam with Cloak based on the Black Adam movie. This action figure was released in 2022. I bought this sometime in either late 2022 or early 2023. Here it is in a very nice window box where we can see the action figure and any accessories if there are some. It has the Black Adam movie logo here. Here is the top with the Black Adam movie logo. It's nice how the window wraps around to the top. Here is the bottom with some manufacturing information. Here's one side with the name of the action figure and where it's from, the Black Adam movie. Here is the other side with the side window. I like that. Here is the back with a picture of Black Adam. It kind of looks like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So I'll open this up and review the action figure in just a moment. Here is the Black Adam action figure. He comes with a card. Nice picture on the card there. And a little biography about Black Adam. And an action figure stand with a peg for one of the peg holes on the heel, and we can see a little DC logo on there. Let's see how tall this action figure is. Up to the top of the cloak there, it's almost 7¼ inches tall, or a little more than 18 centimeters tall. So slightly taller. I would say a hair above 7 inches, but I don't think The Rock has any hair on the top of his head. So here is the action figure. This is Black Adam with the cloak. So here's the cloak on his head. I think it is glued on his head, but it seems like the hood here is a separate piece from the cape. It looks like the cape is glued onto the top of the torso here. And there's the lightning symbol with an extra plastic piece down here. A lot of texturing on the suit there. Nice gauntlets. And a belt. Some texturing on the legs here and some nice boots. A lot of details there. And peg holes on the heel. And the cape. The cape is a pliable plastic, but it's pretty heavy. Especially this part down here is very thick and really actually heavy, almost heavier than the action figure itself. So it's a little hard to get out of the package because the way it's included in the package here, the cape is plugs in through this hole here with the figure on this part, and then the cape in the back here. So we want to be careful as we pull it out so we don't rip anything. So normally I just cut a little bit here in order to make it easy to pull out. But it's a bit pliable towards the top. We have some details on the back there. So looking pretty nice. I think it does look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson there. So the articulation, the head is hindered by the hood here, but I think we can make him look up just a little bit. Hard to tell there. Make him look down a little bit. And we can turn just a little bit, but we have to turn the hood with it, so not very much. At the shoulders, kind of looks like there's a butterfly joint, although I've heard that the McFarlane Toys don't actually have butterfly joints. But it seems to be moving a little bit. I hope it's not breaking. But we can go up this far. This side is hindered by the pliable plastic cape, and we can't really move it out of the way. So otherwise I think it would go higher like on this side. We can go forward and back. This side has more range of motion with less hindrance. We have a bicep cut. So that's nice. Very nice. And double jointed elbows. So pretty nice. Now, I'm being pretty careful because these joints are surprisingly loose right out of the package. So I'm a little worried about how loose the joints actually are, but I'm being very careful to bend because the upper joint here is extremely loose, and then this one does work. There we go. So very impressive double elbow joints. Now with the wrist, I have not been able to get those to turn, but there's a hinge. And they were pretty stiff at first, and then they moved and a loud snapping noise, but it doesn't look like anything is broken. So it really made me nervous. But the wrists do have hinges that work. We have a diaphragm cut here. We can go around. Lots of movement there. And his lightning there's the pliable plastic, so we still bend it there. So it's as far forward as we can crunch it. You can go back quite a bit, and it does not seem like there's any waist articulation there. At the hips, you can do the splits that far. With the joints there. And there's a bit of snapping in there. We can move forward. We can hear the plastic rubbing against each other there. It's about as far as you can kick up and back just a little bit. Not very far this way. And back just a little bit, so a little disappointing there. We have double jointed knees. Doing quite well there. That one works. And that one works. It's pretty loose already, but there's a little bit of ratcheting in there. No boot cuts. There is a twist at the ankle there, a little bit. Although the boot sculpture here, the soft pliable plastic, is kind of getting in the way of that. That turns at the ankle there. Then you can do the tippy toes there. Pretty nice. And up just a little bit, but it's being blocked by this plastic piece here. So that's about as far up as you can go. We do have a little bit of an ankle pivot. So that's working a little bit there. This one is a bit stiffer, but it does work a little bit. I have not been able to get it to go out, so I'm not going to push too hard. Hopefully nothing is breaking. And then toe articulation. So all of the joints are working, although they're a bit loose, surprisingly loose right out of the package. So hopefully that's not a sign of some problem. And then with the heavy cape, we do have to work a little bit to get this action figure to stand without an action figure stand, but it is possible. And looks pretty good there. Here is Black Adam with Cloak next to some 4-inch action figures. On the left, the Fortnite Jonesy action figure by Jazzwares. And the next one is an adventurer from an Animal Planet that I reviewed a while ago. And on the right is the character from the Jumanji movie played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't remember the character's name. But this is the action figure made by McFarlane Toys. And they both kind of look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, although Black Adam is much larger than the character in Jumanji. So, very cool. Here is Black Adam with Cloak next to a 6-inch action figure on the left, the Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc action figure by Jazzwares, and a 7-inch action figure on the right, the Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. And Black Adam works well at either scale, either as a normal sized person or as a giant sized person with the 6-inch action figures. Here is Black Adam with Cloak next to Green Lantern Kyle Rayner from the Blackest Night wave of DC Multiverse action figures by McFarlane Toys. And they seem to go well together, although it seems like Green Lantern is slightly taller than Black Adam. I think part of that is I have to have Black Adam hunched over just a little bit because of the heavy cloak. Also, I think Black Adam's feet are just a little bit bigger than Green Lantern's feet. Yes, they are a bit bigger. So it makes it easier to stand Black Adam. I think Green Lantern's feet are a bit too small, so it's a little harder to make him stand correctly. Let's see, can we do it? No, it's a bit difficult to make him stand correctly. There we go. I think this Black Adam with Cloak action figure looks okay. It looks pretty good. I haven't seen the movie yet. Someday I'll get around to it. But the action figure looks good. It's a nice addition to the DC Multiverse collection of action figures. I'm just a little worried about how loose the joints are right out of the package. I hope this doesn't mean they're going to get really loose over time. Another thing that's a little annoying is this cloak. It certainly looks nice, but it's very heavy plastic, and that's affecting my ability to get this action figure to stand. I think it'll fall over very easily, and I'm not sure the action figure stand is enough to really help it maintain its balance. So this is a case where perhaps a cloth cape would have been better. It wouldn't look quite as nice as the sculpted cape, but it would still allow for more articulation and make it lighter weight and easier to stand. But it looks pretty nice. And so far the joints are okay, but I'm just worried about them getting loose. So, all in all, it's an okay action figure. Thank you for watching my review. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the action figure. Let me know if the movie was any good. And subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time, action figure fans.